Hey, I'm Tashi, and welcome to my home. I have my biggest market of the year coming up tomorrow, and I'm going to take you guys along with me on the journey through the market so you can kind of see what it's like from beginning to end and everything in between. It's gonna be something.
I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn.
So a little bit about this market. It is called the Junkin Market, and it is a market that has been going on for a few years. I've definitely heard about it. I've never gone to it because it's a market that you actually have to pay to get into, which is kind of an interesting concept to me. I've never really gone to a paid market before that you have to actually pay to enter the market, like as a consumer, not as a vendor. Like obviously you have to pay to be a vendor, but like as somebody that's attending the market as a customer, you actually have to pay to get in the door. So that's a little bit interesting. And I'm kind of curious to see if that deters people or if that gets like a better crowd coming. So it's gonna be really interesting to just kind of see how the day goes. And I wasn't actually planning on doing this market, but the market coordinator approached me and asked me to do the market because I had advertised this craft class that I was doing for upcycled sweater pumpkins. So you take a sweater, you chop off portions of the sleeve and you make them into these adorable little pumpkins. So she saw my advertised class and they're doing a DIY section at the show this year. And she asked if I could make like a DIY take and make craft of those pumpkins at the show. And in exchange, she gave me a free booth at the show, which is awesome. And then on top of that, I decided that it would be a good idea for me to also buy a second booth so that I had a double booth. So this is the first time that I have ever purchased a double booth. It's going to be a 10 by 20 foot space, which is a lot of space. And I'm so excited because I definitely have the product to fill the space. So kind of the way that I'm setting it up is I'm gonna have half of the booth be like DIY crafty stuff, and then I'm gonna have the other half be my crocheted wearables because those are the two kind of main components of my business. But I also asked my friend and business partner, Rachel, to come help me with the show. And in exchange, I told her that she could set up and sell her hand-dyed yarn. And she hand dyes special yarn for my monthly Yarn Lover subscription boxes, and her dyes are stunning. I'm actually currently in the process of finishing a shirt that I was working on out of the dye that she did for our November Yarn Lover box, and I'm hoping to wear this at the market on Saturday because I don't think I'm going to finish it for tomorrow. And today's Thursday, by the way. So the market starts tomorrow on Friday. It runs from like 4 to 7 p.m. I think tomorrow, and then it's like most of the day on Saturday. I think it's like a 9 to 4 situation. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish this in time for Saturday. I'm almost done with it. I just have to sew up the sides and then do some edging around the bottom, and then it's good to go. So she's going to be there, and she's going to have her yarn also set up on kind of the DIY crafty side. So I'm bringing a lot more to this market than I've ever brought because typically when I do markets, I only sell my wearables. But again, since they're kind of adding a DIY section to the market, I figured that this would be a really good chance for me to maybe sell some of my crochet kits and also some of like my yarning notions. So a couple of things that I whipped together that I don't normally sell is I did put together these adorable stitch marker trios, and all of them are slightly different. So this is obviously like a fall themed one, and I have a whole bunch of other themes. Like some of them are color coordinated, like this is a red set. So it's just a bunch of like red, cute little red stitch markers. But I also have like themed sets. This one's probably my favorite. This one's kind of like an under the sea theme vibe going on here. And so I made a few of those that I'll have set up. I also have these adorable, and this is my pair that I'm going to wear to the show tomorrow, but these adorable yarn earrings. So they are just a little yarn skein and they say yarn on them. So I made some of those to wear that I think are going to be super cute and a bunch to sell. And so I'm going to have those on the DIY side, but then I also have crochet kits that I'm going to be putting on the DIY side, and I have some other just like kind of Notion merchandise. Like I have Sula bags that I recently acquired on my website that I've been selling online. So I'm going to bring the couple of those that I have left. Yeah, so it'll be interesting, and I'm very curious to see how this goes for a couple of reasons. So first of all, because of the setup. So I did not prep the setup. Like I haven't thought about really much of the layout. So we're going to kind of be winging it. Now, the nice part is they're allowing us into the show way in advance to set up. So we both took tomorrow off of work, and we're going in right away when we can at 9 o'clock to set up. And again, the show doesn't start until 4. So we're going to have like many, many hours to get all set up and everything ready to go. And I'm very excited that we have that time because I think we're going to need it. I also bought some new kind of display stuff for my setup, including some sheer curtains that I think are going to be really cute. And it'll kind of depend on what they already have set up. They might already have curtains up. I really don't know what it's going to look like. So I'm kind of going into this a little bit blind since I've never actually been to the market before and I have no idea what to expect. I'm also curious to see how this goes financially. I do have about $250 invested into this market because the booth fee for a 10 by 10 booth is $200. And so I purchased a booth, and then I have the booth that they gifted me for doing my DIY kits. And then I also had to purchase electric for this show as well, because I'm gonna need a hot glue gun for the kits. And then also I just wanna have power for my point of sale system so that that doesn't crash out on me while we're there. Yeah, so financially, I'm curious to see what we're gonna make. I don't think it's gonna be a problem to make my booth fee back. Like I'm really not worried about making my booth fee back at all, especially since it's a 2-day long market. And I know it's a pretty popular market because I've heard about it the past couple of years. So before I do any market, if this is the first market video of mine you're watching, what I like to do is I like to set a low level goal for myself, a mid-level goal, and a high level goal. And I got this idea from Cameron's Cute Creations. So she encourages crafty entrepreneurs in their business journey and gives a lot of business advice on her channel. She's awesome. I've learned so much from her. I will make sure to link her in the description below if you're curious about checking her out. So I make sure before all of my shows that I set these 3 different goals for myself because it kind of just helps track the success of my show on the financial end. What I typically like to do as kind of my like minimum is I typically set my minimum to be a little bit over my booth fee. So since I got a booth for free, I'm actually going to take that, like what that cost would have been, into account. So my like baseline need to make at this show for it to feel worth it is actually going to be $450. Because if I was paying for all of this out of pocket, that would be what I would need to make in order to make my booth fee back. So $450 is going to be my absolute minimum. Like if I don't make this at the show, it's not worth my time. And honestly, if I don't make that at this show, I'm never going to do it again because that would be ridiculous. But I'm expecting to make quite a bit more at this show. So I think my mid-range goal, like if I hit this goal, I'm going to feel really good about the show. I think I'm going to set at double that. So I'm going to set that at about, I'd say between $800 and $900. If I make between $800 and $900 at the show this weekend, I'm going to feel so good about this show. I would definitely consider doing it again in the future because that's a really good weekend worth of work for me and my business. And kind of my like, oh my gosh, can't believe it, this is great, is going to be anything over that $900 mark. I'm going to feel really, really, really good. And I would really like to make over 1,000 if I'm being realistic. Like 1,000 would be like my yes goal. So I guess I'm gonna alter my mid-range goal to be between like $800 and $1,000. Like we'll put it somewhere in there. If I make anything over like between 800 and 1,000, I'm gonna feel good about it. But anything over 1,000 is gonna be like amazing. All right, now that we have all of that established and out of the way, we're gonna montage because I have to load my car and finish some product and try to get some sleep, even though I have a really busy day tomorrow and I'm super excited about life. And then we got to set up tomorrow. So I'm probably just going to montage until we're through with the setup at the market tomorrow. And then I'll try to check in with you guys before the market starts, kind of show you our double booth setup, give you a little tour of it. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there, and I'll keep you posted on how the show goes. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. we're set up. It only took all day. We've been here since 9 and it is now 2:30, but the booth looks super, super cute. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a tour, and our show starts at 4. So we have about an hour probably of chill time. We got the point of sale system all set up. I'm kind of using a new system this time. I'm hoping it's gonna work well, but yeah, let me show you around. All right, so this is kind of what the booth looks like. There's the beautiful Rachel. And over here we have all of our clothing. So we did combine mine and Rachel's clothing together on the racks. And this is all of like the fashion and ready-made crocheted wearables. So this is Rachel's stuff here. Got some of my purses, my hats, my head warmers, scrunchies, etc. Got the spinner with all of the new items that I made. Well, I shouldn't say all, but some of the new items that I made. So the keychains and the earrings. And then come around the other side. So little holiday setup. But then around the other side, we have kind of like the DIY section. So, oh, hello. We have all of Rachel's yarn, and this is two-sided. So she's got yarn on both sides. It's amazingly gorgeous. And then we have the little upcycled sweater pumpkin DIY. So this is where they'll come and pick out, you know, what color they want to make, grab their stuffing, and then they can go sit at that table with the beautiful Rachel and learn how to do stuff. But then we also have like other kind of DIY stuff. So some crafting bags, some stitch markers, yarn earrings. I did bring some of my crochet kits, and yeah, so that's kind of how we decided to split our booth, was like DIY and the wearables on the other side. And then of course we have this beautiful bowl made by my sister-in-law with a whole bunch of yarning stickers in it, and my new system. Should be good. And I did put like kind of twinkle lights up on the top, which we will turn on as it gets a little bit closer, because I'm not sure how long the batteries last on those, but I think that's really gonna just kind of amplify it. I am nervous about making money at this show. Just kind of like walking around and looking at the other vendors, it is not my usual vibe. Back when I first started selling, I did a couple of like churches, and the churches did not go well. This is giving me the church vibe. Like, it's a lot of the same stuff that was being sold at the churches, and I'm kind of feeling like it's probably gonna attract a lot of the same people. I hope that I'm wrong. I do think Rachel's stuff will do well here, because she does really well at those church events with all of her, you know, yarn. All the old ladies like to buy all of the yarn and stuff. Hey, I like to buy your yarn too, okay? So, but I that's kind of why I have like more of the DIY stuff, because I'm hoping maybe some of that stuff will sell more. I am not expecting to sell very much of my clothing, but I may be surprised. Since we have like an hour, I'm gonna pull out my whip that I'm working on. Do you recognize this yarn?
I was wondering when you were gonna make something with it.
I'm almost done. My plan is to finish it so I can wear it tomorrow. So yes, I think I showed you guys this. If not, here it is. Working on a shirt. Gonna finish it so I can wear it tomorrow, so that I can show off the beautiful yarn and what can be done with it that Rachel dyes. Yeah, we're so close to this being done, so I can probably get it done before the show starts. And then surprisingly, there are still people setting up, so I think in about maybe like another hour-ish, I'll take a loop around just to kind of see everything. Not really seeing anything that I need, except for there is a permanent jewelry stand, so I might finally get a permanent bracelet, because I want one to replace this guy that I wear every day. Okay, that was a very thorough update. The more you know. I will check in with you guys after we get started and keep you posted on how it kind of goes over the next couple days. We almost forgot to do today's fit. So the pièce de résistance of today's fit are, of course, the yarn earrings, but I just got this from a small boutique that's located outside of town. It's super cute. It's called The Local. I'll link it in the description below. Anyways, I love it. Very oversized. And then I just have my jeans on and some sandies. I told you that I put my notice in at O'Gorman.
No.
Did I tell you that? Oh yeah.
No.
Like it's officially my last year. Like I am doing my business full time, which is why I was like, Jordan, it's the perfect time. Like I can get the shop up and running while we still have the income from O'Gorman. Like
Yeah.
it's just so low risk. So yeah, I put my notice in at O'Gorman like a month ago maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They posted my job last week and it's already filled.
Really?
We hired somebody. Yeah. It's actually the girl that I was trying to get to take it. She's an elementary teacher and she came and shadowed me the day after they posted my job and she just signed the contract yesterday. Well, it is definitely time for a little update. It is currently 5:45. Okay, so we're almost 2 hours in. We have had a total of 3 transactions. I have sold 2 small pumpkins, and I just sold a needle minder and a pair of scissors. And Rachel has sold 2 skeins of yarn. Very bad day, very slow. If it is not significantly busier tomorrow, I will not be doing this market again. Yeah, so not the best day, but there's still an hour left, so you never know. Maybe people are just getting off of work and they're gonna come walk around. But I did finish the shirt but TBD if I'm gonna get to keep it, because a woman saw me working on it and she wanted it, and she's still here, and so we'll see if she comes back to buy that, which is gonna be like very bittersweet, because like, yes, I want your money, but also like I was trying to make something for myself, so it's kind of funny. But I'll keep you guys posted. That's your 2-hour check-in. Well, it is officially closing time, so I am just shutting off the lights, and of course, the shirt that I was making for myself to wear tomorrow to the show sold. Yeah, that woman ended up coming back and buying the shirt, which is very like, it's awesome because that was a $250 sale, but I'm also like, well, what the heck am I gonna wear tomorrow now? And I was really looking forward to like actually wearing that shirt because I loved it and I loved the dye. And Rachel, of course, is awesome. She's like, I can dye you more, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to make the exact same shirt all over again. Like, that's just tedious. So I am looking at a couple other of her colors that I might purchase, but I got to sleep on it. So I got to think about it. And I did just buy a hat from the friends next to me. They actually have a hat bar is what they call it. So you can make and design your own hat. They have all of these different like decals they can put on. They can vinyl stuff for you. So I picked out a really, really cute hat that I will definitely show you guys tomorrow. They're gonna make it in the morning since we're all kind of closing up and ready to go home for the night. But it was a really good day, and I met a lot of really amazing people today, made some great connections. But I am ready to go home and to have a glass of wine. So I am going to go enjoy my evening, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and hopefully it will be a little bit busier. We do too.
She missed too.
So my throat is so scratchy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like,
How are you?
morning.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. Are you selling them here? Where are you at? Yeah, you know what? I had somebody else come and they had purchased something from your shop. It was like a Harry Potter bracelet and they really liked it.
Yeah, we do like some keychains.
Well, hello friends. I have my fabulous friend Jennifer here. She paid a visit with little Johnny boy. And it is currently 11:30, so we've been here about 2.5 hours. It's been a pretty good start to the day so far. Definitely busier than yesterday. They're cute. Thank you. I think so too. My biggest sale was I did sell Not Your Granny's vest for $70. Rachel has currently sold 3 skeins of yarn. She's probably about to sell a couple more skeins, and yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of hanging out, and I'm happy my friend's here, and I just had a little snack on. Oh, and
She's more happy the baby's here.
Yeah, well, sorry, he's cuter. I don't know. And I have been just standing here making a lot of scrunchies. So yes, that is your update for now. Since it's been busier, I haven't had as much of a chance to check in. So I might not be checking in for a while, but I'll keep you guys posted. Say bye, Johnny boy. Bye. I figured I should do another check-in while we have a lull, because it has been non-stop for like the past hour since I checked in with you guys last. So it is currently 12:40 and we had just like a massive rush. I think we sold probably close to $1,000 worth of stuff in an hour. Like it was kind of bonkers. We had one family bought almost $500 worth of stuff. So that was awesome for both of us because both of us sold a lot in that transaction. And yeah, that's the update for now. So just see, how many hours do we have left? 3.5 hours to go. Keep you guys posted. So I have made a brand new friend at the market today, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you guys and tell you what she makes because it's amazing. All right, what's your name?
Selena.
This is Selena. And Selena, what do you make?
I make keychains and bracelets.
Keychains and bracelets, and can you show us? So show the keychain.
I make these keychains.
And then this is one of Selena's bracelets that she made me. How cute is that? So cute. And she's officially like the best customer ever because do you want to show all the things that you bought?
Got a scrunchie. I got a bag and I got 2 bags.
It's so cute. And I know everybody's going to want to know, how old are you?
I'm 10.
You're 10, which is when I started crocheting, was around 10. So I think you're going to be my new crochet buddy, right? Thanks for sharing your business with us. Oh, you've been awesome. You are amazing. So she is honestly just the sweetest thing. She has come over here, I think probably 6 times at this point. She's made me a keychain, Rachel a keychain, then she made me the bracelet that I showed you guys, which is so cute. It's just like a bunch of hearts. And I bought the one above it with the little paw print. I bought that from her and her mom. And so they run this little shop together. And we're thinking about probably partnering with them for one of our future Yarn Lover boxes because she's too adorable. And I just want to really foster, you know, that creativity. And yeah, so make sure that you guys subscribe to those Yarn Lover boxes so that you don't miss out when I feature her product. And I will also make sure to link their business in the description below so you can check them out. It is a little bit past 2 and it is slow. Rachel and I are literally just sitting at the table crocheting and haven't made a sale in probably like an hour. So definitely slowed down a lot, but I'm so thankful we had that big rush kind of in the middle of the day. That was definitely worth it. And yeah, this is probably gonna be my last update for the day before we do the final check-in and totals for the market tomorrow. So I will catch up with you guys mañana. Well, hello there, friends. It is Monday night. I just got home from work and I'm sick. That scratchy throat that I felt on Friday was indeed me getting ill. I have just been super stuffy, sneezy, coughy, all of the things. I don't think I've had a fever, like other than me sounding ridiculous. I feel fine for the most part. I mean, I'm a little tired, obviously, but yeah. So not sure where I caught that or when, but it did make this weekend very interesting because I was doing a lot of talking with a sore throat on Saturday. And we need to talk about how the market went. I got a lot to say, so I'm not even sure where to start, honestly. Let's start with this. On Friday, I told you that it kind of felt like church vibes. I stand by that, and I don't do church shows because it's just not my target audience. So I will probably not be doing this show again simply because it just was not my target audience. Like there were obviously a few people there that were, but a lot of it was just like people wanting cheap crafts. And there were some cheap crafts there. It was a little bit unfortunate. So there was like this booth and there were a couple of older women that were crocheting blankets and some amigurumi, but mainly blankets out of like the really thick, like bulky chenille yarn. And they were selling full-sized adult blankets made out of that chenille yarn for $60. Guys, like the yarn itself is worth $60. So I'm like, they're not even making a profit on what they're selling. They're just doing it as a hobby, not as a business, but they're ruining it for the rest of us. So that was kind of frustrating to see. I literally called my mom and told her that, and she also got very offended because she also makes those blankets out of that yarn. So she was like, what? I can't believe that. yeah, so that was a little bit disappointing to see, but there were some other really great vendors there that I was able to connect with. So the networking was really fun, and I bought some cute stuff for myself, which I'll show you here in just a little bit. We did have quite a big rush on Saturday, like around midday. I would say the morning was pretty steady, and then we had kind of like a lunchtime rush, but then it just completely died off after that, and there was nothing. So Saturday, well, didn't hit as hard as we were hoping it was going to hit. And the numbers reflect that. So, speaking of numbers, let's do it. Let's talk through everything that we sold. All right, our very first sale on Friday was for 2 small pumpkins. So I make these little pumpkins out of thrifted, upcycled sweaters. They're super cute and fun. It was also my DIY make and take craft that I had at the show. So I ended up selling 2 of those pumpkins pre-made, not the make and take ones. And then our next sale was for 2 of Rachel's skeins of DK weight yarn. So she sold 2 skeins. And then I sold 2 $5 items. And I don't really track my $5 items because it's not really worth tracking to me. So my $5 items include my keychains, my earrings, my stitch marker packs, ornaments, my hair clip bows. So there's kind of a variety of things. So I honestly don't remember what this sale was for with the $5 spinner, but there was that sale. And then we sold also on Friday night, I sold that shirt that I was telling you guys about for $250. So that was definitely an awesome sale that night. Bittersweet. Bitter because I was hoping to keep it for myself, but sweet because I made $250. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. I believe that was everything on Friday. So then we get into Saturday. Our first sale on Saturday was someone bought a puff purse for $25. And then I ended up selling one of my sweater vests that I call Not Your Granny's Vest. It's super cute. I honestly need to write the pattern because I know a lot of people are interested in the pattern. And yeah, I really like making them. And I've made 2 now and they both sold like almost immediately. And so I definitely need to make more of those. So definitely stay tuned for that coming in hopefully the near future. Then I ended up selling a scrunchy 3-pack for $10, 2 more $5 spinner items for a total of $10, a Christmas tree wine bottle cover for $20. And then this is where we got really busy because my friend Jennifer, who you guys saw in the video with her little baby boy, John, she brought her whole family. So her mother-in-law was in town and her sister-in-law. So they both came and they're both crocheters and /sewers. So they both love doing DIY stuff. They bought so much stuff. So between the 3 of them, they ended up buying 5 skeins of yarn. They bought 4 skeins of DK weight, 1 skein of fingering weight, 1 yarn hank earring set, 3 crochet hooks. So I had my 5.5 millimeter crochet hooks out that are specifically for my crochet kits that I also had out on display, and they ended up buying 3 of them. They also bought 2 of the small pumpkins, 7 $5 spinner items. So I think they got like the silver, I actually have them right here, these silver yarn skein earrings that I absolutely love. I was wearing these. My friend's sister-in-law bought one of those for herself. I also had some scissors for $5 that are really cute, so they bought some of those. I also had a needle minder for $5, so they bought one of those. Like, it was just kind of a conglomeration of different things that they purchased. They also purchased 2 of Rachel's shawls that she made that are absolutely stunning and beautiful. That was a really big sale between the 2 of us. Rachel definitely made a couple $100s off of that sale, which was awesome for her. I didn't make as much because all the stuff they bought that was mine was just smaller price point items, but I think I still made probably close to like $60 off of that transaction is what I made, and then Rachel made a couple $100, like I said. So that one was really awesome. And then this is where it just kind of started to fizzle out a little bit. So then after that, I did end up selling 2 more pumpkins, and then I sold a custom mesh market bag. Actually, this was also Jennifer's mother-in-law. She ended up ordering a custom mesh market bag, and that was $40. I sold another yarn spinner item for $5, another Christmas tree wine bottle cover for $20. Oh, 2 more Christmas tree bottle covers for $20 each, so a total of $40. And then I ended up selling 4 more pumpkins. I sold 2 large for $18 and 2 more small ones for $8. 3 more $5 spinner items for a total of $15, another $5 spinner item, and that was it. So lots of little sales. The 2 biggest sales for me were my biggest sale was the shirt that I was making for myself, which is really funny. But then my second biggest sale was that granny square vest, not your granny's vest, that I sold. So in total, I made $606 off of this market. Rachel actually did a little bit better than I did, so she made a little bit more money, which was awesome, and I'm so thankful that she did well at this market because I was hoping that it wasn't going to be a complete waste of her time. Now, $606 with everything taken into consideration, to me is not enough to warrant me doing this market again. Because if I had paid for both of my booths, I would have ended up paying $400, and then plus electric is another $25. So I would have ended up paying $425 for the 2 booths that I have. So realistically, I would have profited less than $200 from the show, which is not okay. So I'm really thankful that I got one of my booths for free. But that in and of itself is the reason that I'm probably not going to do this show again next year. It's just not the right kind of market for me. Now, I say that, but if I get asked to do this show again next year and I get another booth for free, then obviously I'll go do it, but I won't be paying for an extra booth like I did this year because I just don't feel like it was worth my time and my energy for the double booth setup and all of that stuff. So it was an okay market. I don't know. It was just okay. But the best part for me, obviously I love talking with the customers, so that part I love. But besides that, I met so many amazing people. So you guys obviously met Selena. She's super, super cute. And I bought a bracelet from her and her mom. So I had been needing a new kind of charm bracelet to hold my Pandora charms because my Pandora bracelet doesn't fit me in the spot that I wanted to wear it anymore because I want to wear it up here. So they were selling these charm bracelets, and I love that it's got an adjustable clasp on it. That's the one thing that annoys me about the Pandora bracelets is they're not adjustable. And then I also bought this charm because they were selling charms as well. So it's just a little pink paw print because it makes me think of all my little girls. And then I threw all my other Pandora charms on there. So I will definitely be wearing that like every day. And then I also got a permanent bracelet, and I have been wanting to get this bracelet for a while because you guys may have noticed that I wear a rosary bracelet every day. I grew up Catholic, and so it just kind of connects me to my Catholic roots. It's just a good reminder to me that like God is always with me, and I do stop sometimes and just use it to say a little prayer in the middle of the day. So I did end up getting a permanent rosary bracelet put on, and the gals that did this were so great. I don't remember the name of their company. I will make sure to put it right here for you guys and link them in the description below in case you're interested. I will also make sure to link Selena's mother's business in case you guys want to check them out. And then this honestly might be my favorite purchase of the evening. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on and then I'm gonna show you. Hang on. All right, you ready for this? Bought this custom hat. The vendor right next to me, they had like a triple booth. And they were doing what they called a hat bar. And they actually traveled up from Omaha, Nebraska for this show. And it's so cute because you can pick out your hat. And I just happened to be looking in their sale bin. And this hat was in their sale bin. And I immediately was like, I love these colors. And then they have all of these like patches that you can pick from, and so many patches. Like it's a ridiculous amount of patches, and you can put as many patches on here as you want. They also have their Cricut there, so they can cut you out like any sort of wording or anything that you want. So they did my name for me, and then they also have like these cute little beaded hat charms. And yeah, so I had so much fun putting this hat together with them. Link them in the description below in case you want to check them out. But yes, I am so excited about this hat. And then I may have bought some yarn. So this is the dangerous part about having a yarn vendor vending at your booth with you, is that I was just standing there looking at all the gorgeous yarn for 2 days in a row, and I did some damage. So I'm gonna show you everything that I got. Okay, first of all, actually, I need to show you this recent purchase of mine. It is so cute and I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I was walking around this local town that we have near us called Del Rapids. More to come on why I was there. Big announcement that I did on my November live streams. You guys can check that out right here if you're interested in learning why I was in Del Rapids, because I definitely dropped that bombshell in the live stream. But I was shopping at a store called The Local that's in Del Rapids. It's basically a consignment store where a bunch of local artisans and crafters and boutique owners kind of come together and sell their stuff. Super, super cute. And I loved the owner. I met the owner, one of the owners, whose name is Alice. She's an amazing woman. But I came across this vendor, and the company is called Joyful Whim. And she does these hand quilted bags. Isn't that cute? And it says fluent in sarcasm, because I am. I don't show it much on here, but my friends all know I'm extremely sarcastic. So I got this and I used it as my cash purse at the show this weekend because it's just the perfect size. But yeah, I'm officially obsessed with this bag and it's probably gonna be coming with me everywhere. So super cute. Kind of want to reach out and see if the owner will do like a collaboration with me in the future, maybe for a yarn lover box or an exclusive drop. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see something like this in a future shop drop, and then I'll get on that for you. I gotta blow my nose quick. Hang on. Ugh, so ill. Now the yarn. Everything that I bought, I have a plan for. All right, well, I'm definitely missing something else that I bought at the market. I have literally no idea where it is at this point. My studio's a disaster, and as soon as I'm done talking to you guys, I'm about to organize it and clean it up. So I'm sure I'll come across it. But I bought this really cool like leather bracelet. So it's technically the guy that made it to be a bracelet, but it has like this metal kind of circle on it, and it's really, really cute. And what Rachel did is she makes these little cowls. They're like a little scarf type of thing, and she ended up attaching the bracelet around the cowl, and it was so stinking cute. I was like, oh my gosh, why is that like the greatest idea I've ever seen? And so then of course I wanted to make myself one. So I bought one of the leather bracelets, and this is the first dye purchase that I made from Rachel, and it is to go with my leather bracelet, which is black. Here's the color. Isn't that gorgeous? And all of the yarn that I bought is fingering weight because that's kind of my preferred weight of yarn to work with for like more delicate wearables. So yes, I love it, and just the little bit of dark black that's in this yarn is gonna go so well with that leather bracelet. But then I was kind of thinking, so because the woman bought that shirt off of me, and because I have sold that exact same style of shirt also made from Rachel's yarn previously, when I make that shirt out of Rachel's yarn, it just goes right away. It's like that and the granny vest are two of my hottest sellers. I just can't keep them in stock. So my thought was, maybe I need to make a couple more of those shirts to sell. Okay, not to keep for myself, to sell. So I got some yarn to do just that. So the first colorway that I got is this one, and Rachel's daughter was actually there and helped me pick this one out, and I do think it's really, really gorgeous. It's just like a nice kind of earthy tones to it. So yeah, I really like that one. So I will be making that shirt in these colors and posting it to my website in the near future, so stay tuned if that's something you're interested in. So I'm probably gonna make a size large or extra large out of that one because I got 3 skeins. And then I got 2 skeins of this colorway, which I really love. I was kind of thinking about making myself one in this colorway, but I chose something else for myself. And so I'm probably gonna end up making a small or a medium in this one since I only bought 2 skeins. But then of course, I needed to buy some to make myself a shirt because gosh darn it, if I'm not gonna have a shirt at some point, like I need to make something for myself to be able to wear. So I did buy some yarn, but I'm not gonna show it to you. And the reason why is because the yarn that I bought is actually going to be the dye that's going to be in the January yarn lover boxes. So if you're wanting to know what it is, make sure you go and subscribe to get your Yarn Lover box for January. Now I will show you one color because I got, it's going to be kind of like a mixed color like all these other ones, but I did get a color to kind of go along the border of the shirt that I make for myself. So I just got a solid. So I'll show you the solid, and then that'll be like your little sneak peek of what's coming in the January die. So here is the solid that I got. And you can catch that twinkle. It is made out of a sparkle yarn. And I really love it. And it goes really, really well with the yarn that I bought for the main part of the shirt. And I can't wait to show it to you guys. My goal is to make that shirt and finish it in time for me to wear it for the January shop drop. So I have plenty of time. I know I'll get it done, especially since we're going on a cruise this next week. So what else am I gonna do except crochet all day on the cruise? It's gonna be great. Well, I think that about wraps up our vlog. That was a lot of information, but thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. Hope you had fun. Drop in the comments what your favorite part of this vlog was. What was the highlight for you? I think the highlight for me personally was Selena. She was just so much fun, so adorable. She actually came back to our table like 2 times as we were packing up just to give me a hug goodbye. Like, it was the cutest thing ever. So yeah, definitely looking forward to working with her in the future. And with that, I will see you guys next time for another crafting adventure.